Hey everyone, how's it going? Good morning everyone. I'm live right now. Hi, we're good. I want to talk about communication today, and the thing that is this weekend I've been watching videos about how to communicate better and improve my communication skills more, and one of them is talking and the way we talk, and we using our vocabulary to talk in the way we choose to, and there are times when we feel like a little stuck and not sure how to use our words right and not how to speak on communicate better and improve my communication skills and not sure how to use our words right and not how to okay, that was I bet I was echoing there. Yeah, alright, hold it. Alright. The thing is when we the way we communicate with our social zone. We try to, in one some way or another. Or maybe social isn't the right word here. Maybe a better word would be just talk with someone. We were discovering ways to and find the way we uh, put ourselves out there. So one thing I'm doing is I'm writing a story right now, and also am reading as well. So when I do that, I realize that writing is basically thinking in a way. When it comes to, I use that writing and thinking are basically the one and the same, and reading is also one and the same with thinking as well. Then that way is that in some way think about the recycling bin, all the ones with the arrows. Is that one of them's reading, one of them's writing, and one of them is talking, and we all write things one way or another, so then, or type, whatever you like to use, and it's one of the ways it always comes full circle, and there's a lot of ways we can use that to our advantage, and we are able to, for example, for years, I've been on YouTube, and even though I've been on YouTube for like over like 5 years or so, I still am trying to improve, and the reason why is because my communication skills isn't perfect. However, when I improve, it's something that is a lot of fun to do, and um, when I speak, it feels more. You want to be more natural, so when you are natural, you want to find a way to be more present with the stuff you say, and then when you communicate with others or with yourself, it'll help you out. And I say yourself because, some way we always talk to ourselves in some way, mostly in our heads. So that's something that is interesting how fun that is. It's like reading a book, in that picture backdrop and pick up where you left off, or you can go back. And so it's, in a way, it's kind of like that, in a way. So how we find ways to, one of the things that is useful is when it comes to learning how to speak, you want to not have pauses, and obviously, I definitely had pauses, and even throughout my videos on YouTube, I always pause here and there. It's up saying too, just I just want to be more presentable in the way I talk, especially the way the people's speech is. Sometimes we want to think about the right words, but then we pause, and then we replace. We have it's like filler words we have, and a lot filler words. You know, it mostly kills the mood every now and then. So it's something that I try to take into consideration, that there's a lot of reasons why. I wonder myself why that is, and maybe, and it always comes back to communication and the way that I speak. So that's something that it's a lot of things about learning, and the thing is, when we communicate with ourselves or with others one way or another, it will be fun when we understand that we end up understanding that it's necessary in a way. The fun part is that we are improving, so that's something that I enjoy dearly. Not sure how using I'm not sure how to say. I think I most of it that stuff out. I'm gonna keep on talking. So, anyways, the way we communicate is also by listening as well. So that there's a lot of videos on there's hearing things and then there's listening. And those two are completely separate. However, a lot of people would see them in one way or another, and in a way it kind of is. However, it's really not. It's something completely different. Just when people are hearing things, they don't think about like, communicating. It's to they don't communicate back with the hearing. With this listening, people find a way to have a back and forth, or there was this paraphrasing where it's that you're repeating the same thing. However, it's not always the best way to do it, and there's a different way of doing it where when you communicate with someone, it's something to keep in mind. Is you don't want to paraphrase too much, otherwise it will sound annoying. So then one of the things I heard or should I say listen to this weekend. I watched a bunch of videos about communicating. So one of the things I learned is when if you're interested in someone and when you are communicating with someone, it's something to keep in mind is that you have to understand how to listen, and one of the ways to do that is with being interested in. That's the main thing. When you communicate, it means you're interested in something. So when you're interested in something, you'll be able to listen, communicate. Just like I said, it's always this full circle that always comes back around. What goes around comes around. So that's something that's a lot. It's interesting how all that is and how all that really contains through all this. Hopefully I'm making sense here. By the way, one of the things that is I find interesting about the communication skills for people who are extroverts or social is that they really, it's interesting how the people online or in the world where they're able to communicate really well, and it takes years of practice and years of doing, and you have to actually do the communicating in order for it to work for you, and you have to find ways to make it work for you particularly. So that's something that is really important. It's not one size fits all. Obviously, we should all know that by now. However, I'm mostly talking to myself, honestly, on that, because it's something that I'm trying to learn how to do. And one of the things with being social is there was a lot of ways to be more presentable and be more present when it comes to communicating. So that's something that I have to take in consideration of that as well. It's something practice makes perfect in a way. Also, no one's perfect, so it's that you're that meet in the center stage, not center stage. You like meet in the middle in a way where it will work for the individual person who's on putting yourself up and improving. Yeah, there's a lot of things that it's interesting how these are, as I repeat the same word, or like the word interesting over again. That's one of those things of filler as well. They're doing on purpose or not, who knows. But anyways, when you want when people replace filler words, they would usually say the same thing over and over again. And that's normal in a way. However, when you start building yourself up, you'll be able to find new words that can replace it, and then you will build your vocabulary up and able to do a lot of things. One thing I always do whenever I hear a new word in my life, I instantly look it up as much as I can, try to understand what the word really is, what it means, and what would a certain word do, and for me, what would a new word is in my, I'm listening to what it can do for me, and how I able to use it to express my way of communicating with people. That's something that I want to understand really well, and it's really fun to do so because I'm up for a challenge, And I'm not saying it's challenging. I'm just saying that if when I say I'm up for the challenge, it means for me it's something that I want to learn how to communicate, either put in the effort and put in, to dive in. So that's something that's very fun. So if you have any ideas on how to communicate better, leave it in comments below on in any way possible here on Facebook or YouTube or anything like that. And out there with communicating is something that there's a lot of ways to go about it. There's a lot of ways you can find ways to communicate and even talking to people in a way. You don't have to you don't have to date about it. It's not like poetry. You don't have to think of the perfect thing to say. You just start small and build your way up with people individually, and who knows, maybe you will find something within yourself that will be, good, mind blowing. Like I can communicate better than I thought I could, and pretty, you're doing better than yesterday or the week before or something like that. So there's always the effort that's actually important, and that's something that needs to be done really well. Yeah, so overall, not too long of an episode. Yeah, just trying to do my best to find ways to communicate better, and every time I make videos online, I want to make sure I don't use filler words, so I don't have to edit, the video so sharply. Just honestly do that, and yeah, communication is also about self-awareness as well. So you have to understand that one thing that you learn how, once you learn how to communicate with yourself, you're able to understand and be self-aware of how things are, and you can use that things to improve. So maybe for YouTubers, for example, or anyone online, if you communicate one way, you can watch your videos back, or if you type something, like if you tweet something on X, so that's not Twitter anymore. You go able to see how can you communicate better with the stuff you see online or read or anything like that. There's always something that is very important to keep that in mind, and then you'll be on the right track for, and building your skills up. Yeah, that's a lot of ways to go about it. So, hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and hopefully there was something for you. Definitely there will definitely be something for me. Now I try to, sometimes it's better if you start the sentence over. That's one of the things I usually do here on YouTube. I usually would start the sentence a little bit over, that way, but okay, let me rewind in a way. That'll be better that way. And then, it'll be better and improve. So it's not gonna be communicating really well. It's not gonna be fast. It's not gonna be done overnight. It's everyone communicates in their own pace, and there is something for everyone, in a way, for people out there. Yeah. Hopefully there's something here to provide you. Hopefully you learned something today. Let me know if you enjoyed this episode, or do you think there was something I was missing. There always is. There's always more things to learn. There's always. Yeah, hopefully all of you enjoyed this episode. I will see all of you next time, and this episode is available on audio, so feel free to listen to that there, and have other episodes of the podcast and there. And also, since I'm here, I might as well say that. Also announced earlier that I'm gonna make a Patreon, so that's mostly for the main YouTube channel and the second channel. I'll explain more furthermore later on, once I get up and running. So yeah, just give me a heads up on that. Yeah, overall, I've been trying to find ways to upload something, new on this channel, on the main channel, on YouTube, and then do things on the other channels. So yeah, I also have a channel that it's new, it's brand new to most of you. It's called Common Sense of Jose Mtapia, so go check that out. I have it on. If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you would, on either one of these two you see on the screen here. My username is Jose Mtapia _ on ads. I'll change the logo then. And then on Instagram and Jose Tapia Official, you will see all the channels I have, and one of them is called Common Sense, so you'll see it. And then I'm mostly focused on that, and that over there is at 2 views every week. Yeah, have a wonderful week. I'll see all of you soon. We'll upload tomorrow on that channel, so keep an eye on that, and it's going to be a live stream, so yeah, sometime in the morning. Alright, have a wonderful week. I'll see all of you very soon. I'm mostly on Twitter and on Instagram stories. So yeah, have a wonderful day. I'll see all of you very soon.